3 years today, the Ghana Football Association held an elective congress, and it happened at the College of Physicians in Ridge. In the end, it was Okraku who came top as president of the Ghana Football Association. It was October 25. That's why I say it's exactly 3 years today. And guess what? 3 years down the line, the statutes that were put together by the Normalization Committee, its legal person was Naa Odofoley Nortey. So she drafted, you can put it that way, she drafted the statutes of the GFA, the current statutes that governs football. They call it GFA Statutes 2019. She later became the lawyer of the Ghana Football Association. I don't want to go up talk about some of the things that transpired behind the scenes, because many people knew that the lawyer of the FA was Thaddeus Sorry. But many things had transpired behind the scenes. In fact, Okraku said Palmer had alleged that members of the Normalization Committee were saying, "Oh, this is my candidate, that is my candidate one." In fact, I was privileged to have cited pictures of a member of the Normalization Committee in a meeting with some candidates, some people who were interested in becoming GFA president. And interestingly, they succeeded. And a member of the committee, a legal person, was in that meeting. The question everyone would be asking is, what influenced the decision of the Normalization Committee to cut down the mandate of FA president to 2 terms? What influenced it? What it influenced it was that they felt, many people felt, because there was no window given to a leader of the Ghana Football Association, Kwesi Nyantakyi had overstayed. He had been in office for 13 years. So they felt if there was a mandate of 2 years, of 2 terms, that would mean that in his second term, third term, he cannot contest again. But December 2005, he contested, he won. Then they could not organize the other election because of the FIFA World Cup and all that. So they wanted to go to the World Cup and come back. So they had the election in 2011, where he won again. And in 2015, they went to Tamale, where he continued. And then 2018, number 12 came and then brought down his administration to his knees. Then he left office. So when the Normalization Committee came in as much as FIFA asked them to review Article 15 to ensure that it is in tandem with the FIFA statutes, that's to say that there shouldn't be any political interference and all that, the Normalization Committee decided to revamp the entire statutes of the Ghana Football Association, including the term limit for a president of the GFA. 3 years on, the president of the Ghana Football Association, Okraku, and his executive committee have set up a 5-member committee to review the statutes put together by the Normalization Committee, of which their lawyer, Naa Odofoley Nortey, was a part of. Instead of the 2 terms that was put in the statutes by the Normalization Committee, Naa Odofoley Nortey is chairing a 5-member committee. Okay, let me rephrase that. It's part of a 5-member committee to extend the mandates of the president of the Ghana Football Association from 2 to 3 terms. Yes. The committee is made up of 2 executive committee members. Abbey, Frederick Acheampong, Naa Odofoley Nortey, Chief Oppong of Young Apostles. Is it Young Apostles? That's his football club also. And the other person, I've forgotten his name, but I'll pick it up. There are 5 members. So Okraku says, let's review our statutes so that it will be in tandem with that of CAF and FIFA. You know, the CAF statutes are such that you can only contest for 3 terms after Issa Hayat 2 had hanged on for like 20 years plus. and the FIFA 2 following the 2015 arrest of FIFA executive and all that, which suspended Sablatha and then also took out Michel Platini and brought on Gianni Infantino as president. The statutes are saying that you can only contest for 3 terms. That's what the GFA is pushing. They are pushing a review of the statutes. They want to extend the mandate of the president from 2 to 3 terms. Quite an interesting one, because Okraku, he's not even done with his first term. The next elections of the FA will be next year. So for them to actually set up a committee to review the statutes for 3 terms is quite an interesting one. But these are other things that they want to review in the GFA statutes. Just a quick one. Okay, so this is it. They also want to cut down the size of delegates of the 18 Premier League clubs from 2 delegates each, which gives them a total of 36 to 3. Because they say that if the Premier League becomes an autonomous entity, they become a constituent body of the GFA. So they'll have only 3 votes at FA elections. You are no longer a member of the GFA. That's what it clearly means. You are no longer a member of the GFA. So you become a constituent body of the GFA. So you have only 3 delegates. So you select only 3 people to come and vote in subsequent GFA elections. That is, if they are able to see through, to convince. In fact, the convincing has started. They are working on people to accept the changes they want to make. In fact, I picked this intel, if my memory serves me like right, 5th October. Yeah, so 5th of October. That was when the intel came to my attention. But I needed to find out where they've been speaking to people. And yeah, indeed, they've been speaking to people. So 2 weeks on, and in fact, one of the deliberate things I did was to hang on to it, so I'll talk about it exactly the day Okraku became president of the Ghana Football Association. So yeah, that is why the information is coming today. The second thing they want to do is that they want to increase the number of regional football association chairmen, their delegates rather. They want to increase it from 2 to 3. Now they have 2 people at the executive committee. 2 people on the executive committee. Now they want to increase those numbers too. But the delegates that vote for each region were 2. Now they are increasing to 3. They also want to increase women Premier League clubs delegates. You do recall that in the last election there were 8. Now they want to increase it to 20. Yes, 20, in order to accommodate all women Premier League clubs. They want to, I mentioned, they want to decrease the number of delegates of Premier League clubs from 36 to 3 people. So only 3 people can come and vote. They also want to, as I mentioned, extend the term limit of the president. Okay, so let me mention one interesting thing about this presidency thing. Next year is going to be quite an interesting one, and hopefully we'll have life. I do recall 3 years ago, I think it's the best FA elections I've ever covered. In fact, many people who were following me actually knew when I went about talking about the potential numbers of votes delegates were going to get in the FA elections. And I remember people were calling me the Ben Epstein of Ghana football politics and all that. It was quite an interesting one. But I didn't know Ket was going to win. But in fact, many things transpired if they had not happened. And like I stated after the FA elections, all things being equal, if there is life, I'm going to write a book on FA elections 2019 because many things actually transpired. Many. I mean, I'll just be seated there, a delegate was going to vote, I don't know who the delegate was going to vote for. That was quite interesting. But that just by the side. I just recall that I said Amanda Clinton was going to get 0 votes. George, who was the lawyer, the other delegate, I do recall saying he was also going to get 0 votes. George Ankoma Mensah. I said Fred Papa was going to get like 5 to 7 votes. He got 6 votes. the Acheampong were going to get between 16 and 21 votes. And in fact, he did a lot the night before. So he was able to get, in fact, he got 21 votes. Georgia Free, yeah, went around 44 votes there, but indeed he got 43 votes. And then Kurt, whom I was expecting to get like 60 votes, got like, yeah, just around that region. And then that was how it went to second round, and he won the FA election. So hopefully I'll be able to give another extensive coverage of this year's and next year's GFA elections. That's just by way of the information I've got to share. There are many things that are happening behind the scenes. Hopefully we should be able to get access. In fact, I remember in April last year, or April 2 years ago, when the people were trying to, they're trying to see if there can be a credible candidate who can contest the FA elections. 2 people are actually being looked at. I'm not going to put out their identities, though I've known these things. There was one of them actually said he was not interested. Yeah, the person they thought could win it said he was not interested. Yeah, in fact, the person. In fact, I do not care who is the president of the Ghana Football Association, but if that president is willing to contest and the football system accepts him, I think he would be one of the greatest, because he's got the knowledge. He could just be the GFA president Ghana never had, because he's not interested in contesting for the position of the FA president. But there are other people that they are still grooming. What is quite interesting in all this is that many would recall that in November there was an extraordinary Congress which was not approved by the Executive Committee of the Ghana Football Association. So the changes that were made to the statutes, what has become of those changes? And why is the GFA leadership pushing to review these statutes and you know what? Extend the term limit of the president? Time will tell. Nabila Abdullah here.